Hello there, how's it going? Today I've got an Otto Hutt Design 6, Design 06, for your consideration. It's my first Otto Hutt. I've heard very good things in regard to quality, and I saw one going a little bit under the, the usual price, shall we say, a little bit cheaper. So I decided to pull the trigger on that, and let's have a little look. So it's the Design 6. We have a nice OH for Otto Hutt on the cap finial. Clip does have a little spring load in there, which is nice. And then flat, plain bottom finial there. So this is it's a metal pen with lacquered metal pen, I believe brass from the weight. We'll come to some of that. Screw cap, cap band. And you've got Otto Hutt on there, and Germany on the other side. Screw cap unscrews in half a turn, which is very nice, very nice. It's just, So if you like a quick release but stability of the screw cap, then that is nice for you. To reveal a gold coloured metal section, which does, my words are not with me today. Taper inwards, thank you very much, brain, before flaring back out there. Then you've got a little band there, and then a number 5 steel two-tone nib, OH and medium in this case, plastic feed, cartridge converter pen. Not half a turn to unscrew this bit. Quite a few turns to unscrew this bit, but that's fine, To reveal included cartridge converter, Otto Hutt branded and standard international fitting, I believe. You got metal on metal threads there, and was there an O-ring? I don't think so. No, but it does secure very nicely. But yeah, you can see, so metal pen, brass, I believe, quite weighty in the hand there, with lacquered finish on the outside. Bear with. There you go. So yeah, I'd probably say on the smaller side of most of the things that I would generally go for. It's within my zone, but on the smaller side of it, you've got that kind of, I don't want to say guided grip, but there is a bit of a step down there. So that flare out, it brings my fingers, or I would say is potentially a little bit too close to this. I might want to hold that a little bit further back. And there is a bit of a step down there. The threads aren't sharp. The step down, it's not sharp, but I mean, look at it. Obviously, if you're going to hold back up there, you're going to feel that there, especially if you're going to rest there, that might dig in a touch. Right, let us look at, every time. So it does post. There you go. So it does post, puts a bit of extra weight there. But still, even if you then wanted to hold back, that's actually quite comfy. Yeah, I wouldn't say it back weights it. It's actually quite nice because it rests in the web of my hand there. But if I did then hold that backwards, you're still going to lean on that step down. So yeah, it's going to be a personal preference thing, but I will say it does feel well balanced posted. That it doesn't make it really top heavy, although obviously there's a bit of weight in there. I will put weights and dimensions in the description. I have stopped doing it on a pad because I'm lazy. Okay, let us look at comparison with some other pens. So here we have a tray of pens to compare to. Let us see. So going this way, we have Diplomat Excellence A2, Pelican M1000, Wingsung 630 for Mont Blanc 149 size, Pilot 743, Platinum President. And this side we have a Monteverde, I forgot the name of it now, Aldo Domai, something like that. Might have to look that one up. Platinum 3776, Twisby Diamond 580 ALR, Lamy Studio, and Lamy Safari. I'm just going to pick a couple of these out and just remove the nibs. Bear with. Hi, I think I just said remove the nibs, didn't I? I meant remove the caps, not removing the nibs. Right, so I've done this on these because these are pretty much, I'll put the caps back on in a second, but they're pretty much lengthwise very similar with the caps on for size of pen, same ballpark for girth, that sort of thing. So the Otto Hutt has a size 5 nib. Let's zoom in a little bit and see if I can get a bit of, yeah. Whereas the others have a number 6. Now that's going to be kind of my, I think, number one personal little bugbear. But it's very much a me thing. It's not an objective criticism, I suppose. I mean, look, the section tapers in to the point where it looks like it fits nicely when it, if you're holding this on its own, looks fine. It proportions wise, it's okay. It's just, I do like a slightly big, I do like a number 6 nib. Depending on proportion of the pen, obviously. But just with this size, it also might add a little bit more length to it. Just with this grip, I do find tip of the nibs a little bit, I want a bit more distance between my hand and the page, yeah? So that's what I'm saying. But if I were to come back out a little bit and put the caps back on, then you do see they are very similar. So I'll just put ink on. Very similar in length when capped. So, I would have liked a number 6 on there, but that is a me thing. Is it a you thing? That's up to you. Okay. Right, let's do a writing sample and then we'll chat about some of the pen details. Back we are with a writing sample. Paper is Clairefontaine 90 GSM. I've also put a light on because it's getting a little bit dark where I am. Hopefully that will enable you to see a little bit better. So we have the Otto Hutt Design 6. This is a medium steel nib. And the ink is Iroshizuku. Apologies for you. Shogun. I apologise to any Japanese people for my awful pronunciation of that. I'm just checking the spelling. Yeah, I think I've got the spelling right. Nice grey ink, this. Partial to a grey. Right. It is very, very well tuned steel nib with a decent flow and wetness. Not over wet, but very nice. Nice and smooth, so just writes, under its own pressure very, very nicely indeed. Go for it a little bit faster. It keeps up fine, and very happy with the performance of this nib. No skips, hard starts, etc. What you would probably expect from a German nib of a certain quality. Line variation is pretty stiff, I believe, so that no pressure. You can push out a little bit, but it's a steel nib, it's not a flex nib. Don't go balmy, right? Not a lot, maybe a tiny weeny bit, but you'd have to be quite careful doing that. But a very, very nice number 5 nib. Yes, I know, I said number 5s aren't, but depends on the proportions of the pen. I just think maybe you could have squeezed a 6 in there. Like I say, it's a me thing. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a you thing. But it's a damn fine performing nib, which is kind of what I was hoping for and expecting for based on reputation. But yes, that works very well indeed. So we're back with my friend Bill, my pelican friend. Right, so as I was saying, writes very well, nib performance great, with the proviso that for me, I would prefer a little bit more distance between where I'm holding that and the tip of the nib to the page, so a number 6 nib would have been more preferable to me. Having said that, that is a personal preference thing, very subjective. Grip section, obviously metal section there, you can see it's a bit of a fingerprint magnet. Is that a thing for you? Might be, might not be. It's not. It doesn't really bother me, but I know it will some people there. If you wanted to hold further back to solve that distance issue to the page, you might run into that step, which could be a little bit uncomfortable. I will say it's not sharp, it's not daftly uncomfortable, but you will feel it. It's a very nice weight in the hand. Comes in extra fine, medium, broad, from what I could see as standard. Price here in the UK. So there's a bit of a difference here. So I kind of go to Colt pens because usually I can find what I'm looking for. But so they've got this listed at £245, which I thought was a bit steep. So I popped around a few other sites, and Pen Heaven has at 160 or 165, depending on finish. Multiple colour finishes available. This is the pistachio, if you're interested. I rather liked it. I thought it was, yes, it's nice, a little bit different, you know what I mean? Yes. And what was the other one? Executive Pens Direct, which was 159. All of those prices include VAT because I live in Britain, so that is that. Got mine a bit cheaper than all of that. New in box for £106 on eBay. And there's a few others floating around in different finishes. So, that's going to be up to you. There's always going to be the thing of, well, it's a metal cartridge converter, steel nibbed pen at over £100. Yes, that is true. But it comes down to whether you think such a thing is worth it to you. I will say, it feels great in the hand. The quality of the lacquer, the weight, the fit and finish is very, very good. Look, it's German. It's going to be put together well, basically. Sorry for stereotyping. You've got that half turn there. Those threads feel very nice. Spring-loaded clip and a very, very nice writing nib. I'd probably, if I was going to compare it, you're probably comparing it to the Diplomat Excellence, which is lacquered generally. This is a oxide finish, but you know what I mean. German, steel nibbed pen with spring-loaded clip. Slip cap on this one. This has a number 6 nib. Just saying. I'm just putting it out there. So you're probably looking at a comparison for the Diplomat Excellence as the closest, German-made, metal-bodied, steel-nibbed pen, put together excellently, both. Obviously just a little bit different, but that's going to be up to you. But that's kind of the comparison you're looking for. Look, I know it's a lot. It's a lot for the parts on paper. It's a lot, but it is very, very nice. I don't think if you're going around about the lower estimates of what I've just said, so lower 100s, I don't think it's a bad deal. It's just going to be those bits and bobs deciding on whether or not that is for you. Have I got any other details written down here in my notes which I have forgotten? No. Well, that makes a change. So yeah, very, very nice pen, but you're going to have to decide whether or not that's one for you. They do other models, but unfortunately I have not had the pleasure of trying or picking one up yet. But you never know. Watch this space. The quality of the putting together and engineering and whatnot. And certainly nib performance would encourage me to explore Otto Hutt further in the future. Right, thank you very much for watching, if you're still watching. If you're not still watching, well, I'll say what I like about you, won't I? Take it easy. See you next time. Bye.